Hi, it's Sarah, your friendly neighborhood prevention specialist. While we will be learning online for the foreseeable future, I've decided that I'm going to teach my classes live on YouTube Monday through Thursday at 1 o'clock each day. Okay, so what's a prevention specialist and what is she talking about? I'm going to get into that. First of all, you can see that I'm doing this from my home office. As much as I would love for this to be a pretty jazzy production, it's probably going to look something more like Sheldon Cooper's Fun with Flags. Everybody loves Sheldon Cooper, so it's not a terrible platform to go on. All right, so let's start with where I work. I work at a place called Beyond Survival. We are the Sexual Assault Resource Center for Grays Harbor County, Washington. We have advocates, and those people are amazing superheroes in my opinion. They help people with medical and legal advocacy, things like going to SANE exams, which is otherwise known as getting a rape kit done, forensic exams with small children, going to court, helping people with protection orders. They do all kinds of amazing things. They're not counselors and they're not lawyers, but they do understand the medical and legal system really well. They also help empower and educate all people affected by sexual violence. This could be sexual violence that happened to an individual, whether it be recent or in the past, or if you have a question about a family member or a friend and how best to support them, our advocates are there for you as well. We also offer a 24-hour crisis line in Grays Harbor County. My job is a little bit different. I'm known as a prevention specialist. What I do, I mainly go to schools. I teach K through 12, and I usually work in conjunction with health teachers. Excuse me. I also teach at the rehab, which I love. I love that place. I love those people. And I teach a parenting class, which I also love. But for now, this is going to be the K through 12 curriculum that I teach in schools all over Grays Harbor County. Grays Harbor County is a beautiful county. We have beaches, we have a temperate rainforest. It rains a lot here. It's really green and it's very pretty. It's also very densely populated and it's a very large county. I am at the disposal of approximately 32 schools. That's a lot of schools. All right, so what is prevention programming and what it is not? It is not sex ed. I'm not a sex ed educator and I don't teach sex ed. That's something that's done in a school setting during a health class. Sex does come up when I'm talking to older kids, and I'm talking like freshman through senior, when we talk about things like consent, healthy relationships, trafficking. However, again, it's not sex ed. This is more safety. Now, when I'm talking to little kids, like kindergarten through 6th grade, elementary school, we all sing songs and read books to little kids about body autonomy. Like, you're in charge of your body. Who gets to touch it and who doesn't? We talk about trusted adults. We talk about self-esteem. We talk about feelings. And we build on that as we go. So 3rd and 4th grade, we're going to talk a little bit more about self-esteem and more about feelings, more about how to be nice to each other, how to talk to trusted adults, how to choose who your trusted adults are. And as we get into like 5th and 6th grade, we start talking about like cyberbullying and media balance, basically how to be a nice person online. In middle school, we get a little bit more into media and what that looks like, and again, cyberbullying, intro to consent, mostly with like how to deal with friendships, how to deal with the pressures of being in a romantic relationship. And then, of course, in high school, we expound more on that. Consent, healthy relationships, trafficking, media, the things that we learn about men, women, relationships from media, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Also, we talk about laws and just all the things. We talk about all the things. I hope most schools stay in conjunction with Aaron's Law. Aaron's Law is a law that was passed in 37 states so far. Washington is one of those, and it mandates that all schools teach sexual assault prevention programming K through 12. Now, this can be taught at a school level by teachers. Some teachers like to use me as a resource to do that. And I love it. I love talking to kids. I love hanging out with kids. Most everything I do is an activity. To make it easy, I will let you know, bring paper and pencil every day, and I will keep it simple and tell you to write what to write down. Usually, my classes last for an entire class period, which is about 50 minutes. These may be a little bit shorter because, again, we're not interacting a whole lot, although I will be live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if people have questions, they can ask those questions. All right, so who can use this? Who can utilize this resource? Teachers, if you are teaching online and you're looking for a good health curriculum resource, I'm at your disposal. Feel free to use these videos. Parents who are teaching online, again, feel free to use these. If you don't feel that this is something that is right for your student, that's okay. You don't have to use them. If you do feel this is right for your student, feel free. I'm here at your disposal. So where do I get, I'm looking at notes, by the way. So where do I get my curriculum and my statistics? Most of my curriculum comes from the CDC, or the Centers for Disease Control. Most everybody is familiar with them right now because they are the ones who are overseeing the COVID-19. So what happens is every year, agencies exactly like mine from all over the United States, along with law enforcement and hospitals, all report to the CDC as to how many people they've seen and what that looks like. So they take all of those statistics and they put them all together and they kind of see what the landscape looks like for the country. They have a team of experts that are amazing that put together curriculum every year for prevention programming. Some of my other resources are WCSAP, which is the Washington Coalition of Sexual Assault Programming. I know this one by heart, but I had to write it down and consult my notes because, well, I've never done this before. I don't teach online. I also use RAINN, which is RAINN, Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network, or the NSVRC, National Sexual Violence Resource Center. These are all fantastic places that you can get information. We're coming up on April, which is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and you can learn more about that through RAINN and through the NSVRC especially. So those are just a few of the places that I get my statistics from. This is not something that I sit in my office or my home office and come up with off the top of my head. This is all brought to me by experts from around the country. All right, so like I said, I am going to be here Monday through Thursday, live on YouTube at 1 p.m. on those days. So every week on Monday, I will let you know what our lineup is going to look like and what age guidelines those classes are going to be for. So starting on Monday, the 23rd, the age guidelines are kindergarten through second grade, and I'm going to be reading a couple books. I'll be reading Your Body Belongs to You, and I'll be reading Sam's Story. We're also going to talk about trusted adults. On Tuesday, this will be great for people, for kids in 4th through 6th grade. We'll be talking about media balance, how much time we spend online, and is that good for us or not? I realize that we are all probably going to be spending more time online as we go through this. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. This is something that is new for all of us. It can be really scary for some of us. And it's okay if you spend a little bit more time online. I just want you to think about your normal day-to-day life and how much media you ingest. Okay, moving on. Wednesday, this will be age guidelines freshman through senior, and we're going to talk about consent, what that looks like, what it doesn't look like, all of that stuff. And on Thursday, this will be for second through fourth grade, and we're going to talk about self-esteem. If you want to utilize this video and your kid is a little younger or a little older, but you think your kiddo or kiddos will benefit from it, please, by all means, use it. I want to let you know that I am very excited to bring you these videos. I'm also a little bit nervous because, again, it's not something that I've done, but I will try to keep it as normal in classroom as it normally is. I look forward to seeing all of you on Monday, and in the meantime, wash your hands, stay safe, stay at home, and be nice.